So to review this car, I'm going to take it down to Nahoon Beach, which is one of my favorite beaches here in East London. I've waited quite a long time to make this review because I wanted to drive the car for a while before sharing my thoughts on it, and I've been driving it for just over 2 months on and off when I've been here. It is a sponsored vehicle that through the radio station I work with, they have sponsored it along with the dealership, and it's been amazing. I must be honest, I've really absolutely loved this car, and it's one of those cars that I'm not sure I want to get back because it really is just an amazing car. In this video, I'm going to try and talk you through the features of the car as much as I know them. I'm not the expert. Probably better to get someone who is an expert on the vehicle to go through every single detail. But I'm just going to go through the things that me as a regular driver that I've found about this vehicle that are awesome, and hopefully that'll help you to know a little bit more about the car. I will put some stats up on fuel consumption and the like, but let's go to Nahoon Beach, one of the most beautiful beaches in East London, and let's take a look at the Ford Territory. Love this car.
Family. They used to come in 2x2s. Now there's big ones, small ones. There's the sisters from other misters, your brothers from other mothers. The family you go into battle with. The Just Us family.
Oh, my pink fuzz! Hold on, sweetie. I miss you both. We miss you too, honey.
Family is whatever you want it to be, and today's family needs a family car. The new Ford Territory, today's family car.
So here at Nahoon Beach, it's an absolutely beautiful day here today in East London. Really looking absolutely gorgeous. Let's talk about the Ford Territory. This is the perfect 5-seater family car that I've ever driven. I've had the privilege of driving some really amazing cars in my time on radio and been sponsored to drive some incredible vehicles, but this one is special. So I think what we'll do is we'll just do a walk around on the exterior of the car first, and then I'll take you in. As you can see, this one unfortunately has my face on the side, but it is the perfect 5-seater for your family. Absolutely. One of the standout features are the beautiful mag wheels all around. Very, very stylish. With the LED front headlights, and one of the features I like about the front headlights is they, on auto mode, they automatically go bright and then dim if they sense there's another vehicle either coming towards you or in front of you. So you're really on the open road at night, you don't have to worry about dimming and brightening the lights. The front grille is the honeycomb grille, which looks absolutely beautiful. Ford logo. Just look at that grille, it's stunning. Your sensors all the way around the car, so there are sensors all the way around the car. You've got those beautiful running lights at the bottom there as well. There's a pretty large motor, but the sleek design, the new Ford design, is really beautiful. The side profile of the vehicle really, really, really attractive. You've got your retractable rear view mirrors, which if you open, come on out. Your back space, we'll get into that in a second. At the back you've got those beautiful tail lights. It's a really unique looking rear of a car. A lot of SUVs nowadays seem to have very similar designs. Not this one though. This one pretty much neat and tidy. This one, yeah, you've got the big Ford logo at the back, the Territory, and again my face on it. Surely that devalues the car somewhat, but beautiful. And a pretty large rear window. Looking behind you through the rear view mirror is really not a problem at all, although it does have the reverse camera as well. running boards on the top of the car, so if you want to add your accessories you can, but the feature to me that I absolutely adore is the panoramic moonroof, and I'll tell you more about that in a second. Right, let's open her up and have a look at the passenger side. The door finish, wood panel, which is really beautiful, chrome handlebar, door handles. You've got lock and unlock on the passenger side as well, which is pretty cool. And your windows, plenty of storage space down there. And then there's of course this wood finish, goes all along the dashboard as well. You've got a weird little storage area here for small things, but your caddy is pretty massive. Plenty of legroom. And one of the cool things about this car, which I've never actually really used, is this area down here underneath the center console. There's a storage area down here, and then I don't know if you can see, let's see if we can get in there. You've got your power sockets, USB and USB-C, which I think Ford are the first car that I've seen that's done that. The driver cockpit is absolutely stunning, really built around the driver, and you've got this massive digital display. That half over there is your speedometer, odometer and the like, and this half over here is your entertainment system. I'll show that in a second. Piano key type controls for your air conditioning. I need to turn the car on to show you that. Your emergency lights, start, stop. And then this here is your wireless charger, which works with any phone that's compatible with wireless charging. And guys, the coolest thing about this car is the fact that it has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, both wireless, so you don't need to connect with a cable, which essentially you could still do using that port underneath. Your gear selector there, park, reverse, neutral, drive with a low setting there. This here would be your volume up and down, radio on and off, your home button, your back button, music and telephone there, and that's your handbrake, which if it's on auto, the moment you engage gear and you're ready to go, the car will release it for you. Push it down to turn it on, pull it up to turn it off, or pull it up to turn it on, push it down to turn it off. Got this really cool little console here, which is very similar to the P series that we were driving, but it does flip back, and that reveals more space under there, which when we open the cubby hole here, there is a ton of space in there as well. So that's the passenger side driver, or the front passenger side. If we have a look at the back of the car, now this is where this car really comes into its own. They call it the perfect 5-seater for your family, and it really is. Again, same wooden trim, chromed handles, window control, side storage area, but it's when you get in this car that you realize just how big it is. So I'm quite tall, and that seat is quite far back, and there's plenty of legroom there for me. You've got the front pouch there. Over here you've got your climate control with two separate vents, so when the kids are in the car and one says I'm cold, the other one says I'm hot, they can control it there. And you do have a USB power point here at the back as well for them. But just have a look at the space in the back of this vehicle. That is set for me as a driver, and if I shift over, let me shift over. I'm tall. Now this seat in front of me has been set for me as a driver. Have a look at how much space there is. I mean, look at that. I'm tall. My knees are not even touching the front. So loads and loads of space. So of course the deal with a 5-seater family car is it's got to have enough luggage space for all 5 people in the car. So automatic tailgate. Plenty of packing space. Seats do fold down, 60-40 split. Plenty of packing space in there. Spare tire, which is a full spare. Yeah, so like we're saying, it's really big storage space in the back, and of course you've got the automatic closing of the tailgate as well, which is really cool. right, let's talk about the cockpit. Quality stitching on the steering wheel, chrome finish. You've got the really beautiful finish. You've got that stunning Ford logo. I'm a big fan of Ford. On this side, you've got your lane assist. So if you hit that, it'll gently nudge you back into the lane and warn you when you're going out of it. You've got your cruise control settings there, and then all sorts of settings that you can change there. On this side, it's more of your menu settings, audio controls and setting controls. It's your volume up and down, your telephone there, your skip and back on your audio settings. This is the digital dash. If I hit the lane assist, you'll see it'll bring up the lanes. I've chosen to go with this particular iteration of the dash, but there are different kinds of dashes that you can use, so you can change this to something else if you like. But I like it. It's more traditional. Your revs there, your speed on the other side, and your vehicle in the middle, your ambient air temperature outside, your time of day there. Your stalks lights on this side, I keep it on auto. That's where it's got that automatic bright and dim when you're driving at night, which is pretty cool, but you can put it on manual as well. Your air vent on the side over there, and on the side door you've got your mirrors, your lock, unlock, and all 4 window controls, as well as the ability to lock the other windows in case you don't want the kids jumping out the car. Back to this side here, we've got the stop start button here, which is really, really smooth. You hit that, the car does a little quick boot, and on she goes. So these are the piano keys for your air conditioning, and what's cool is the moment you hit it, dual climate control, so you can set either side wherever you like it. So dual climate control, you can have different temperatures for each side, and you can control where it comes out. Now, the thing that stands out for me is the entertainment system. Let's just go home. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, device management, so you can add multiple devices, which I thought was quite cool. Vehicle settings as well as your audio source. So let's start there. CarPlay, Bluetooth audio, Android audio. Your radio system is really good on this car, and you've of course got the USB port, which I showed you earlier. This is pretty cool. It keeps your air conditioning controls at the bottom of the screen. So if we go back, we go vehicle settings. You can check the body settings out there. Like I said, I'm not going to show you everything because I'm not the expert, and these were set for me. But you've got your welcome lighting, your interior lighting, and I'll try to get some footage at night so you can see that when you unlock the car, there's a blue strip that lights up along the dashboard, which looks really stylish, and your rear view mirrors have got down lights just so you can find your keys and do what you need to do. On this side here, you can change your volume controls. Got a bit of a graphic EQ. You've also got audio presets that you can choose. You go to settings. You can change the volume and the beeps. You want them louder or not louder. Your clock settings, your language selection, your device management. Other settings, unit information, will change it to miles or kilometers. And there's your infotainment owner's manual. So if there's anything you don't know how to do, you can find the information there. On the other settings, your distance units, your pressure units, PSI, average fuel consumption, let's just hit that there. It's set to per liters per 100 liters, which I think is quite cool. And you can reset it to factory settings as well. So we just go back here. Wireless CarPlay, which I think is really, really cool. This is just your standard CarPlay, and if you've ever used CarPlay, you know. And it's also got the apps there as well. The Ford Connector app is really, really cool as well. There's a lot of versatility. You can actually download the same app onto your phone, and then your phone talks to the car. Podcast, phone, music, maps. I generally don't use the Apple Maps. I use Google Maps. Don't tell Apple I said that. Now playing messages. It does read out your messages to you. And you got your settings there as well. You can go into driver, focus, etc., etc. You can change the wallpaper. In fact, that's quite cool. Let's change the wallpaper. I'm a bit bored with that. Let's go with that one. Yeah, that'll be fine. We go back. Appearance, wallpaper, series suggestions, and show album art. Very important, yes. Back to your apps. You've got Telegram. Does anyone ever use Telegram? You've got WhatsApp and Zoom in the car. I'm not sure. I've never tried that. Maybe I should. Google Maps is the one that I like to use because it just seems to be way more user-friendly than the Apple Maps are. And of course, anything you click on here If I click on that, it'll bring up the music side of it there. If I go back and click on the map, it'll bring up the map as well. So pretty cool. Your vents are very nicely located, very, very, very subtle and ergonomic, and they work supremely well. But just have a look at the size of this entertainment screen. It really is massive. Again, down here, as we've already explained, one thing I didn't show you though is that area there, which is a storage area, but also a cup holder. You've got the cup holders there, and you've also got the cup holders in the door panel there as well. Again, this little thing here I find very, very handy for storing the house keys. And again, you've got that area down there. 7-speed gearbox, great acceleration. It's got the eco mode if you want to just save a little bit on fuel as well. All in all, this is an amazing car to drive. So I hope that helped you when you're considering a 5-seater car or SUV. It is a big car, but not overtly big like some of the cars. Like the Everest, Ford Everest is it's just a bigger, bulkier vehicle. This is kind of slightly smaller than that. And it just feels like a really nice car to drive. It doesn't feel like a hatchback. It feels like an SUV, but it handles a lot like a hatchback. And I'm very, very impressed. I haven't taken the car off-road, so I haven't tested its off-road abilities, but with wheels like that and a motor like this, I'm pretty sure it would handle pretty much anything you could throw at it, very similar to the P-Series that I drove earlier. That's my review on the Ford Territory, the best 5-seater family car for your family. If you'd like to know more, chat to the guys at Eastern Cape Motors, and I'm pretty sure they'll tell you all the specs and details that I haven't given you in this video. Thanks for watching.